it's Tony Fonte. How you doing? I make the spiritual awakening journey fun. Today's message, I want to talk about how when you take steps toward the person you want to become, to manifest and create the life that you want by becoming that person, you will be triggered. I'm going to dive into why that is, what's going on, and a little story that inspired this message right here. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and let's dive into the story of how when you take steps toward becoming who you desire, so you manifest the life, the things, the relationships that you want, you will be triggered. So I'm going to start off with this story. So I was having, one of the things that I desire is deeper communication and more effective communication, because I've been lacking in that area, lacking in that in relationships, in intimate and just friendships and relationships in general. Been lacking that effective communication, and it has been fear that has been holding me back from really doing that. But I know I desire that because that allows the relationships to grow, that allows the relationships and the connection to be closer, more open, and more soul connected. But fear held me back from really speaking and really communicating what I felt, my insecurities, my fears, and all these things. And I'm only speaking to this part because this is what inspired this message. But it goes toward anything. So it doesn't matter whether it's in business, whether it's with finances, whether it's with health, or whatever it may be that you want to manifest, that you want to create and bring into your reality. When it's different, and when who you are is different and who you're becoming is different than what you have already known, you're going to be triggered, because it's going to trigger all the things, all the fears, all the insecurities of why you can't be that, because who you're holding on of who you are. All the conditioning, all the stories, all the lies that you're telling yourself, all the thoughts that you're having, all the feelings and emotions is tied to the past of who you are in this moment and who you have been and who you've been holding on to. So when you finally make the decision to change, when you finally make the decision to say, I'm done, and you start taking steps after you become aware of, hey, I don't want this. Oh, and I'm aware of why I'm doing it and why I have been doing it. Well, I no longer want that. I want to create this. I want to create something new. As in the case with having these deeper conversations, deeper and more effective communication. And for my case, it's actually been communicating. A lot of times I wasn't communicating because of fear, and likewise the other way around, vice versa. It was the same thing happening, being afraid of these insecurities, like I said. So I end up having these conversations, and I was nervous and scared going into these deeper conversations, sharing my truth, sharing what I felt, speaking my truth out of love. Not getting them to change their mind, but out of love. I'm like, I want to have this conversation. It was so uncomfortable at first. I was so nervous and so scary. And some of it was clumsy. I felt better after that, because that was the step towards what I want and creating deeper connections with the people I care about. And over the next 2 days, I ended up getting triggered like crazy. And having all these feelings and all these things coming back, and having things come up. It's like, oh, no, you can't do that. Don't do that. You're going to die if you have these deeper conversations, because they're going to reject you and you're going to be abandoned and you're not going to be loved and you're not going to be accepted, which is bullshit. But that's the belief. So all that came back up because part of you is dying in that moment. It is true, you are dying, but not in the sense that we think of dying. Every time we move into a different paradigm, every time we move into a different reality, every time we move into a different version of who we are, of our higher self, of our true self, part of us dies. It's the ego. It's the ego holding on, which at one point served us. Those things that we're holding on to that's trying to protect us from here actually served us. So we shouldn't be, damn it, asshole ego, trying to push it away. It served us. But now it no longer serves us, and now we're being more aware. But I'm sharing this message so that you understand. Because for a moment, I was like, holy shit, why am I feeling this way? Why is this going on? And then I had outside confirmation from other people that I follow, other spiritual people that I follow, talking about this very thing. It's like, you're going to be triggered. And I was like, that's it. That's it. Because I was triggered heavily for 2 days, and then I was still going through some heaviness afterwards. And that triggered other things in other parts as well, other areas as well. When you move towards something different than you're used to, but it's more in line with who you want to become. When you say, I want this version of me, I want this reality, and you take those steps, you're going to be tested. You're going to be triggered. And your ego is going to try and pull you back to keep you safe. So when you're aware of that, now you can feel through those moments. Instead of reacting to it and allowing it to pull you back, you can feel through it. You can observe it. That's what I recommend anyway. That's what I do. And that's what I teach other people to do, is to feel through it. The only way to let go is to feel. You cannot go around it. You can't repress it. You can't suppress it. You have to go through it. And yeah, it may be heavy. It may be painful. It may hurt. But I promise you, getting to where you want to become and who you want to become is a lot greater than that pain you're feeling. And guess what? You're already feeling pain anyway by holding on to that shit in the first place. It's just like the frog in the boiling pot of water. You just slowly boil it and you just get used to it. The pain's still there. And you not becoming who you want and creating the life that you want, the relationships you want, the finances you want, the business you want, the life that you want. Not being able to create those is a lot worse than you actually moving through the pain and the feeling of that. And that's actually the shadow work, the inner work, moving and feeling through that. So just know that every time, every level you get to, that you decide to take steps towards becoming, because we are constantly here to evolve and grow and expand to the next highest version of ourselves. Every level that you move toward, you're going to be triggered. You're going to be triggered. And it's okay. It's just little signals of things to say, hey, take a look at me, notice me, hear me, see me, feel me. To make sure that you're really wanting this, and to let go of the old so that you can move toward that. It's all an evolution, and everything that we feel is designed to help us evolve from that. Most of us don't like the way it feels, so we push it down. But we still want this other life and this other reality, but yet why are we not getting it? Because we're not feeling through and letting go of the old. I hope that serves you. I hope that helped, and I'd love to hear from you on this matter of maybe that you had an aha moment. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I get it. Now I can move through it because I'm aware of that going on. Where in your life have you felt this, experienced this? I'd love to hear from you. And as always, if this resonates with you, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share it. Again, if it resonates. And if you like help on this journey of being able to navigate what's holding you back, and maybe even being able to see the reality more of what you want and who you want to become, then reach out to me for a personal, intuitive energy healing, energy clearing, and energy intuitive reading, channeling to help you on the next steps on your journey of becoming who you want to be. All right, I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon on the next episode of the Laughing Through Life show. Peace.